Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? I don't have my AirPods in yet. I'm still trying to get stuff together, but here I am. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good deal. Let's get here. Let's see. Star Mama. Hey, Marty. Truly, hey, sis. Chicken Lady, the VIP. Wacky Techie. Hey, love. Your mom's even in on this case? That's awesome, Chicken Lady. You know where you get it from. How y'all doing? Look, I know the arrest happened last night in the press conference and stuff on this case, and y'all understand. After I take my medicine and stuff, no way I'm going live. It's just, and everybody was live anyway, and it was just, I didn't need the clout, so you know what I mean. Like, you're deep in it. Yeah, I think we all have kind of. It's been in it. Yeah. What y'all think about? Okay, that kid looks like a girl. But the kid that we seen them walking out, the walk of shame, looked like a white or very, very, very light skinned female with blonde hair. Am I wrong? Hey, Sonia. Love you. The Manson case. I'm a huge Manson fan. Like, yeah. I love me some Charlie. He had a beautiful mind. He loved the earth. And he never killed nobody. Your boyfriend's on it, Wacky. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so glad it's going good with y'all, Wacky. I know you've been through hell, and I'm proud of you, and I love you. His mom, but look at his pictures. Come on, look at the pictures that they're showing of him, and versus him walking out that walk of shame that they did last night right before the press conference. Your daughter used to write him. Are you serious? That's fucking awesome, for real. There's pictures and then there's video. There's not like other pictures. There's pictures, the arrest pictures, then there's video. He never wrote back all. He probably got so much mail. But Charlie is, if you really get into it, he loved the earth. And if you really listen to him talk, like I've read books on him about the CIA. I mean, there's all kinds of shit to Charlie. And his mind is brilliant and beautiful. And like he was very smart. She'd been a Manson girl, shit, I might have too. Just saying, I mean, not like, it was just, he's different. Charles Manson is different, and I don't care what anybody says. Charlie, as I call him. Hey, truly, look, y'all, I don't know if y'all know about I'd recently rescued a betta fish from PetSmart in a cup. He was about to die. And I got a little 2.5 gallon tank, and to start out. And he loved it. And I done but I had like colored decorations and stuff, and I had to change all that out. I'd done my research. Do not put colored decorations in your fish tanks. It harms them. But anyways, I got him really healthy and stuff. And then a couple months ago, I went and I got him a 5 gallon tank. and I put sand in it, and it's all real plants, and like he's got a fucking crib. Yeah, and I had one snail that I had bought, and I put it in the tank with him because he can't have like algae eaters or the Cory catfish stuff because he kills them because he's an aggressive beta. Of course, that's what they're known for. But he didn't fuck with the snail, so I put it in there with him, and I got 2 more snails, different kinds. I got a blue one and a green one today, and I don't think he likes them because I got him these little tunnels to go through that he loves, and one of the snails was in his tunnel, and I think he was pissed because he was just sitting there looking in his tunnel, but he wouldn't go in. His name, he's blue and red, but his name is Mr. Donald J. Trumpy, and I call him Trumpy, and I'm obsessed with him. Yeah, Truly seen my videos and stuff and what he looked like when I got him and what he looks like now, and that's my buddy. I'm obsessed with my fish, y'all. I never in my life thought I'd be in love with a fish. Your daughter has her beta in with all of. You can have sorority tanks, but it's good until it's not with betas. Look, you can ask Truly. When I bought Trumpy, I also bought a Cory catfish, to clean the bottom of the tank, because algae eaters, you can't put them in small tanks because them some bitches get huge. And I needed something, to keep the bottom of the tank clean. And it was an albino little Cory. They got along great for a while, and then one day he was dead. I thought, he just died, newer fish and stuff, and I was new to my tank. Well, I got another one, which is still alive. He's in the 2.5 gallon all by himself. But Trumpy tormented him. And that little fucker lived, thank God. Because I thought, but then after I got this new one and seen how Trumpy was tormenting him, I think he killed my other one, my first one. But my first one's name was Joe because he was crazy and all over the place. So Trumpy killed Joe. And then this new one's name is Brandon. He almost killed Brandon, but he don't bother the snails. And then today, Truly, I got 2 new snails, and I'm so excited. And they have babies, like the breeding type snail. Sorry, I get excited. I love my fish. You have a duck named Trumpy, chicken lady? No fucking way. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, my beta's name is Trumpy. And I fucking love my baby. He's my baby. Yeah, he's got a little mansion now. You can't, 2.5 gallon is really small for a beta, but it's better than a cup. You know what I mean? But they say, you gotta have at least a 5 gallon and all that. But I got him like real plants and real wood and moss and houses and tunnels, and he loves it because they like crowded tanks. But I've seen people, because I'm in these groups, they say they got a 10 gallon, they went from 5 to 10 gallon for them, and their fish died and they hated it or whatever. So 5 gallon is perfect for a beta fish. Perfect. You don't want to go no bigger, no less, in my opinion, because, yeah. But I see it because betas are top breathers. They come up to the top and, breathe from real air. They do that a lot. And they like crowded tanks. They don't like a lot of space. So, yeah. As Truly, I'm like a genius in betas. If you got a beta or want one, definitely do your research or come to me. She named it. Oh, that's awesome. Much just red and blue. It's a male. I wanted a male one, because they're the real colorful and pretty fin ones. But really, I got him because he looked the worst out of the ones in the cups. He's about dead. I'm going to get a thing of whenever I got him, and now I'm going to get a little video. And yeah, that's my Trumpy boy. And he killed Joe, my first little catfish. Brandon's in the tank by himself. And when you get a fish, you're supposed to wait 2 months before you name them. Superstition. Right, Truly. Like me and Truly and Allie are in a little group text message chat. We have been forever. And we sell Cincy together and we talk about everything. But I'll do something with Trumpy or New and I'll send it to them. And they cheer me on. They get it. I love it. Hey, PJ Love you. A squirrel named Alvin. Well, first of all, Star Mama, I'm jealous she's got a squirrel because that's the name of our little chat, mine and Truly and Allie's chat group name. And we're the squirrels here. Like I made them squirrel keychains for Christmas, Allie and Truly. Yeah, we're the squirrels. And whenever I was monetized, before I shut it, we were the squirrels. And we had little squirrel emojis and stuff. Aw, she got lucky then, Marty, because like I said, it's good betas being in a tank with a fish and them getting along and stuff until it isn't. Does that make sense? Because Trumpy and Joe was in that tank for 2 months and done good, and then one day, bam, he's dead. And I really believe that's what happened to him. I think Trumpy got him because after I got the second one, um, Brandon, he chases him and oh yeah, he goes at him. I seen him and stuff, and I was like, fuck that. But I had already had the 5 gallon up and cycling because I make sure they're cycled before I put them in there when that happened. So thank God it was like perfect timing. I had a tank I was taking him to anyway. But yeah, but I'm gonna get some more snails. I'm gonna turn. I got 3 snails in with Trumpy, but they just to keep it clean. And Joe don't have none, or Joe's dead. Brandon don't have none, but I'm gonna get him a couple snails, and they have babies and stuff, and I want to make that little one a little snail tank. Now I'm obsessed with snails. I've never seen a baby beta. I would actually like to have a little small female to put in that 2.5 gallon. It'd be perfect for a little small female because they don't get as big. I love angelfish too. And whenever I was married, we had a 55 gallon tank and we could not keep them alive to save our life. We done everything. I love angelfish, but they're kind of like betas. They need to be alone. They're aggressive fish, not alone because betas can travel in packs or whatever and they can have other fish. But you know what I mean? They are an aggressive fish and they get big. Okay, I'm scoring. Let me go read some more comments. I'm all out of whack. But I love my boy. I like the catfish too. I had the albino one, Corey, and he killed it. That was Joe. Now I got just one, the regular Corys, the greenish brownish looking ones. Marty, yeah, I got a nitrate snail. That's the one I got whenever I got Brandon this last time. And he's the black one, just a regular one. They don't they gotta have another mate to breed. But I got 2 mystery snails, as they call them today, and they like, I guess they have sex with themselves because they breed theirself. They don't have to have a mate, and that's kind of what I want. I want to, yeah. It's wild. They lay like these nests on top of the tank, and it's wild. Yeah, I got ones that breed, and I'm so happy and excited. I'm sure I'm gonna get like a 10 gallon eventually, or another 5 gallon to put just snails in. But there is snails in with Trumpy to keep his tank clean because he can't have no Cory catfishes. He kills them. Yeah, truly, I do. I want to get a female maybe and put in a little tank. But I don't know. I think I just want to leave Brandon and snails in that little tank because Brandon's got it all to himself now. My albino one, Trumpy killed. That's what I just said, Marty. They do. It's true, you all. They're called mystery snails, and the ramshorns and stuff. Those are cool, but they say they breed like crazy. The next snails, I want to get a few trumpet snails to put in with Trumpy because they will get down in the sand. They get underground and clean. You know what I mean? Because I got sand and lava rock in my tank because it's the real stuff, so I can grow plants. So I'm gonna get some trumpet snails. It's a mystery. Right, it is. They're called mystery snails, and they come in all different colors. I got a blue and green one today. They have purple, ivories. They're all different things. Hi, Priestess. Hey, love. Love you. But yeah, they do, Marty. It's the truth. And it's wild. Does your daughter like sell and ship them, Marty? And does she have trumpet snails? I need a purple mystery snail. And I need some trumpet snails. And I'll be done with snails, I think. Okay, look, I done squirreled totally off topic. 20 minutes talking about a fish. Oh, and listen, with my beta, they're very smart, y'all, and they do have personalities. I have him sitting on the bar in between my living room and kitchen, and, like, he'll follow me if I go into the kitchen or whatever, he'll follow me around the tank, and I'll come up to the tank, and he'll come up to the tank with me, and I'll do, like, kissies, and he'll come up, and I know that's what he's doing. It's just the sweetest. He knows me, he loves me, and I know it, and I love it. Oh, Marty, that would be awesome. Thank you. Yes, let me know for sure. Cause see, I bought 2 off of Etsy, the 2 snails I got today, and they're healthy and beautiful, the mystery snails, but the nitrate one I got at PetSmart, and it's healthy. It was in the little tank with them, and I put it in the big one, the Trumpy, when I moved him. Yeah, I got him some grass and real grass, all kinds of stuff. I love it. I want a squirrel. All right, let's watch the press conference thing first. I know y'all have probably seen it, but like I said, I haven't covered it yet since the news, so y'all know how I do, and I love y'all for that. Hold on here. Let's go to Facebook, because that's where I did watch it and all that, but I didn't want to go live. Just everybody was doing it, and if I was a clout chaser, I would have. San Antonio police done a fantastic job with this, and I love that they done the walk of shame or whatever. Yeah, you killed you killed a baby, and I think, what about the 3rd person in the car, though? You know what I mean? There was definitely a 3rd person, and nobody can change my mind on that there wasn't. Hey, Katie Bird, how are you? I don't think I've ever seen you, so welcome. Right, yeah, truly, Trumpy loves it. He loves his new tank, except for in these one of my mystery snails, the, green one got in his red tunnel today. You know, his tunnel's truly, and he did not like it. He just sat there and stared at him, and he wouldn't go in that tunnel, and he loves his tunnels. I do want chickens, though. Anybody knows me, that's my dream. His little sister. I don't know, I feel like these people were hired to do this job. I don't know. Some just don't feel right to me. I mean, I do get, it could be the guy driving now because the long hair and stuff, but that we thought was a female, yes, I'm not doubting that. But something just is off to me. The son told everything. Oh, the father was pissed. All right, let's listen to this press conference together. Everybody's done heard, but we're going to do it again and start over because I want to. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. Can y'all hear it? I mean, they're not talking, but you can hear noise. Can y'all hear the video good?
Why did he do it? Are you sorry for what happened? Did you know Savannah was 9 years old?
Make a hole, guys.
Okay, watch whenever they bring out the killer dude, the kid with the long hair, because you can see their side of their face and stuff. It does not look like the same person to me. I'm sorry. I don't. It probably is and whatever, but it looks like blonde hair, a lot lighter skin than his arrest picture shows. I don't know. It's weird to me.
They want to know why. Why did you do it? Why was it from the family?
Yes, Marty, the big guy right here, that's the one that was driving the truck. Yes. But the kid that was in the car that I thought was a girl in a ponytail was actually a guy with long hair and probably had it in a ponytail. I'm not talking about this guy. The next one it comes out, just watch.
Are you on video? Did you kill them or did you just hide the evidence?
Okay, when it gets to that part, I'll slow it down and mute it. Let me see here. Whenever that happens, whenever the kid comes out, it looks like, yeah, you can see him.
If it wasn't you, who was it then?
Watch out, guys. Make a hole. Closing the door.
Right, Sandy. I'm on the same track as you, honey. The sun, dark, long hair, right, PJ? But watch whenever this one walks out, the kid, allegedly the same kid. It's just weird to me. It's probably nothing, but just what? It's just weird. It's the first thing I noticed because I seen this before. I seen pictures of them, and I thought this was a blonde female. Here, let me go ahead and slow this down so you can see better, and I'll mute it. I'm not going to have any sound. Then we'll go back and listen to the sound. Just watch this. It's going to be in slow mo for a few, but I do have the video of the car in the truck, and I seen the kid in the car. I thought it was a long-haired female. Right, yes, PJ, I agree with that. That probably was the kid. But this here looked different to me. It's probably none. I'm just wanting y'all to see it. Absolutely, because I thought it was a female with dark hair and a ponytail. Yes, absolutely. The kid did have dark hair in that car. But watch here. I think it's a blue shirt they might have on, or hold on, let me find them. This is the kid right there in the middle, right there with the blue. That's them. Look at the hair; it looks blonde. Right there with the blue jacket. That's the person. And watch when they get in the car. You can see the side of their face. Right there. Look, that just does that's blonde looking hair, and watch, you'll see the side of the face. It just looks lighter skinned. I don't know. I was just wanting to do that, and because that's the only thing. But we're going to continue in regular speed here now. Watching, I'll back it up, and that's all. Here we go.
Está saliendo el segundo.
Oh, move this for the cameras. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Washington Moscoso, WASHINGTON MOSCOSO. So the individuals you saw this evening, the first individual's name is Ramon Preciado, 53 years old, SID number 443651. The second individual was Christopher Preciado, 19 years old, SID number 1191061. So the two individuals we just walked out today, again, is a father and son. The first individual is the father. The second individual is the son. They're going to be charged. The son's going to be charged this evening with capital murder, and the father's going to be charged with abuse of a corpse. So we do expect more charges to be pending. So I'm not going to go into the whole thing. We all know what kind of led us to this to where we are today. I will say that when we recover, or when the bodies were discovered on Danny Kaye, obviously the investigation began. SAPD detectives made that location and started collecting evidence. One of the key pieces of evidence that we did collect at the scene was Savannah's cell phone, and so our that was handed over to our technology team, who was able to download some information on there with the assistance of the U.S. Secret Service. We were able to get enough information, and so that information was given to our detectives today. With that information, the detectives were able to find a possible location of where the suspect vehicle that was released on that surveillance camera, the surveillance video, possible location where that suspect vehicle might be. They made that location, and sure enough, the vehicle was there. They did a little bit of surveillance on the video or on the vehicle, and then were able to determine which house it belonged to. They went up, knocked on the door. The first gentleman, the first individual, the father answered the door. He knew why the police were there. Was cooperated fully with the investigation. We're brought here to headquarters, and our detectives were able to start interviewing both the son and the father. Again, they were both at the home. They were both brought down here, and the interrogations began. Through interrogating the individuals, our detectives had enough, based on what they said, there was enough information there to get a warrant signed by a judge tonight, again, to charge Christopher with capital murder and Ramon with abuse of a corpse. Again, there will be more charges pending. This is what we have right now. I'll answer any questions you might have.
Due to the capital murder for the son and then abuse of the corpse charge for the dad, does that mean that you guys believe the son killed them and then the dad helped hide the bodies?
Yes. And so I want to touch base on something real quick. Since the release of the video that we put out on the 28th, internet has blown up with people sending tips and people just sending misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation out there. These two individuals are the only suspects that we were looking for. They were arrested. There were many names being thrown around on the internet. Those people had nothing to do with this. We vetted them and everything. They didn't have anything to do with these murderers. So the individual, again, Christopher, we believe committed the murders of Matthew and Savannah, and then Ramon helped kind of dump the body. It appears to be a narcotic-related deal that went bad.
Do we know the connection between this father and son and Matthew and Savannah, or the connection to the apartment complex?
So there's no apparent connection to the apartment complex. It's just a place where they went to go dispose or hide the vehicle with the bodies in it, and it appears that it was a drug deal. So there was like a drug connection to the suspect and the two victims.
When you say abuse of the corpse, can you talk about that a little bit? Was there any mutilation, or is that?
It's just when you hiding the body, moving the body after discovering that and all that kind of stuff. Yep.
When he killed them, what exactly?
So the December 21st, which is a Thursday, just before midnight, is when the actual murders took place. On that. Mm-hmm.
Are they going to be charged for the baby? Because in the state of Texas, technically, they could be charged for.
Right. So like I said, there's going to be possible charges pending, more charges pending. Our detectives are going to talk with the Bexar County DA to determine if they're going to be any charges they're going to be facing any charges related to the unborn baby.
And do we know if she was dilated at all?
I didn't have that information from the medical examiners. I know that she was scheduled to be induced, and she didn't make her appointment, which is why the family went to the police to file the missing persons report.
Did he say where exactly they killed them?
I don't have exactly location. We just know that they were killed at a different location and then taken to the apartment complex to dispose of the vehicle and the body. I know there was some Spanish questions I wanted to knock out real quick.
Sí, podría darnos un resumen pequeño para la audiencia hispana de estas personas que presentó.
No, 11 preguntas.
Nada, unas preguntas. Si tienes preguntas particular.
¿A quiénes presentaron esta noche?
Sí, esta noche el primer señor que salió es Ramón Preciado, de 53 años, y el segundo es Christopher Preciado, de 19 años. Christopher Preciado es el que hizo los asesinatos de las víctimas, y su papá, Ramón, ayudó en esconder o tratar de esconder el carro y las víctimas.
Las dos personas eran las que aparecían en el video de vigilancia
Sí.
que presentaron la semana pasada.
Sí. Ajá.
¿Había un motivo para matarlos? ¿Alguna
Parece que había una um, transacción de drogas que no fue, que fue mal, transacción de drogas fue mal y resultó en la muerte de las dos víctimas.
When you say drug deals, you mean were they buying or selling? Do you know what?
Well, I mean, someone was buying and someone was selling, so it was a drug.
Can Ramon be charged with these murders through the accomplice theory or the multiple parties theory?
I'm sorry, could who?
Ramon, the dad, could he be charged with the murders as well through an accomplice theory?
No, he was not. He was not there during the commission of the murders. He was there, kind of. I guess he was called afterwards to help dispose or help his son. I'm sorry.
These two have previous records.
Christopher has no previous criminal history, and Ramon did have a small. He had some prior criminal history.
So are you all done looking for suspects at this
Yeah,
point?
we don't have any other suspects that we're looking for.
And then that surveillance video, were they alive during that surveillance
No.
video? They were not alive.
They were not alive. No,
Last question, guys. Christopher killed them and then moved the bodies to the car.
correct. Well, I mean, I don't know if you moved them into the vehicle. That the vehicle with the bodies in was driven to that apartment complex. It didn't happen at that apartment complex.
So ultimately, who's going to make the decision on the final charges? Is that going to be the DA's office?
Correct. Yes. So our detective again tonight are charging them with capital. Christopher with capital murder, and Ramon with abuse of a corpse. They are working on some other charges that they're going to file. But regarding, I think specifically the question that you had about the unborn baby, they're going to have a conversation with the DA to determine whether they can charge or put the baby as another victim on this.
So does SAP have any say whatever they talk to the DA's office?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a collaboration with our DA's
Would you
office.
say SAPD is going to seek that they're charged for the unborn baby case?
Our detectives are going to do everything they can to bring justice to the family.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for coming out tonight.
Okay, so we've all seen that, whatever. Right, there's definitely a third person, maybe because it's a minor, like a minor maybe or something. I don't know if there's definitely a third person. Even Duty Ron, everybody has said that. I mean, everybody. Just like we all said, we thought it was a female with the ponytail, dark hair. It turned out to be a boy. Same difference. Dark hair, long hair, and yeah, something's not right with this. I feel like they were cleanup crew. I feel like Christopher may be the one that was texting Matthew and stuff to make a deal and set him up with luring him out of the house, because they were definitely lured out of the house, because Savannah would not have left what she left in that house if she was going to be gone a long time. She wasn't planning to be gone long. There should be coming charges. They said they wasn't for sure, but they were, yes. That's a full-term baby, man. Sure did, Marty. Somebody passed that tail. Play this. I found a channel. I've actually seen this channel around. But they got a couple clips I want to play. It shows the car where they vandalized his car with baby killer, and yes, good job whoever done that. They just cleaned the apartment. Right, especially with her hospital bag. Right. And her phone and purse and a candle allegedly burning. This is on the channel White Widow Baby. Do y'all know her? I've seen her somewhere. I don't know where I've seen her, but
they're taking pictures of his truck. I don't know what happened, but they're taking pictures of his truck. There's a crime police there. You see it? I don't know. Maybe that's the guy of the truck.
that black car is Christopher's, and they wrote baby killer across it. That's fantastic. And Nikki Tupo.
There is breaking news out of New York City with 2 subway trains colliding.
Okay, just a second here. Play this clip that PJ sent. This just does not make sense, this kid.
New charges tonight for the father and son arrested last night for the deaths of a pregnant woman and her boyfriend. The new charges are in addition to the original charges we first told you about on KENS5.com. KENS 5 reporter Zach Briggs joins us live with the details. Zach?
Well, police allege Christopher Preciado pulled the trigger with the intent to kill Soto and Guerra, and now both father and son are locked up here at Bexar County Jail. Now, as earlier today, the Preciados face additional charges. Initially charged with capital murder, Christopher now faces charges of abuse of a corpse and alter, destroy, conceal of a corpse. As for his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, he's charged with abuse of corpse and just added this afternoon, alter.
Okay, I'm going to take it back a little bit because they said a mouthful there and make sure I hear this right.
County Jail. Now, as earlier today, the Preciados face additional charges. Initially charged with capital murder, Christopher now faces charges of abuse of a corpse and alter, destroy, conceal of a corpse. As for his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, he's charged with abuse of corpse and just added this afternoon, alter, destroy, conceal of a corpse as well. Arresting documents indicate police were able to use Soto's cell phone in that surveillance video released last week to pinpoint where the suspects live, just blocks away from the crime scene. Detectives say Ramon answered the door, saying he knew why they were there. Christopher and Ramon were interrogated off-site. According to the arrest affidavit, Ramon admitted to being the person leaving the truck in the surveillance video, interacting with his son, who was in the victim's Kia.
He was not there during the commission of the murders. He was there kind of, I guess he was called afterwards to help dispose or help his son.
Now, it is still unclear where exactly the killings of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra took place, but we do know from the DA's office that Christopher Preciado could face an additional count of capital murder, according to Texas law, for the death of the unborn child. I'm Zach Briggs, KENS 5.
Right, Marty? See, I don't think so either. You know, I don't think I could forgive my kid either, Sandy, if my kid killed a pregnant woman. Yeah, maybe my kid killed someone, but a pregnant woman or a baby, that's a hard one. That father told on the son. The father knew he was probably busted anyway because it was on video with the car and truck, and you know what I mean? There's something more to this. There's more to this, a lot more. Just a second here. I got more stuff I'm going to play for us. that I haven't watched. We're going to watch together. Sandy, I don't think the dad would have said a word either. But whenever the police showed up, he knew he was busted because he was on video. If that video hadn't popped up, the dad might not have said nothing either. He might have denied it, but there's no denying that. You know what I mean? Sorry, I was blowing cigarette ashes. Yeah, they could have went on the run, right? Like we've seen our border has been easy to go to Mexico. Right, Nikki, it is hard. That's why I said we don't know what we would do until we were ever put into that situation. You can never do that unless you've been through it. You do a crime, you're always going to get caught. Yeah, more than likely, but sometimes people don't get caught. There's a guy back from where I'm from, still missing. I knew him, and they still haven't caught him. Look at, all right, here's some more from White Widow Baby True Crime Channel. Mods, if y'all could drop the link to her channel and stuff. I don't really know who she is, but she's got a couple videos I'm playing, so we want to give her credit. Chicken Lady, that's coming. That's coming. That's coming this year. I guarantee. I feel it deep in my soul. It's coming. It's coming.
In a capital murder case, police say 2 men are charged in connection to the deaths of a pregnant woman and her boyfriend. On December 26, Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra were found dead with gunshot wounds inside a car at an apartment complex. Last night, 19-year-old Christopher Perciado was booked for capital murder. The suspect's father was also arrested for abuse of a corpse in the deaths. New documents reveal how police linked the pair to this case. KENS 5, Sarah Duran has the latest.
A new affidavit details the arrest of 19-year-old Christopher Preciado. His father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, is also named in charge in the documents. Police allege he helped his son hide the bodies of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend Matthew Guerra after their deaths on December 21st. The affidavit says that's when the couple drove to the suspect's house to exchange drugs for money. At some point, Christopher fatally shot at Savannah and Matthew, then called his dad Ramon for help. Documents say the pair drove Matthew's car to an apartment complex where they hid the vehicle. When police discovered the car 5 days later, they didn't find a gun, but they did find Savannah's cell phone inside. That helped detectives track the suspect's location, leading them to their house. Yesterday, police said
But y'all remember they said Savannah's phone was inside the apartment.
interrogated the pair, which led to a warrant being issued for their arrest. Now in jail, investigators say more charges could be pending.
Specifically, the question that you had about the unborn baby, they're going to have a conversation with the DA to determine whether they can charge or put the baby as another victim on this.
At this time, Christopher Preciado is charged with capital murder, while his father, Ramon, is charged with abuse of a corpse. And we did follow up with the families of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. They tell us they are thankful and relieved for the arrests police made. Sarah Duran, KENS 5.
Okay, I'm going to play this next one too. Someone in his family said his phone was broke. I heard his phone was missing. They said his phone was missing. They said hers was in the apartment, along with everything else, and a burning candle. And there's something ain't making sense here. I'm sorry, I might be my conspiracy jaded mind, but yeah, I know Savannah's phone was found, but there's been now 2 different places they said they found it. Okay, this here is Matthew's family after the reaction here. The Facebook, I've been watching a lot of TikTok and stuff on this. It's not even the Facebooks for me, PJ. I've been watching on here a lot, and I look at everything.
Did you know she was pregnant?
Always fake news.
That is a man accused of helping to hide the bodies of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. Ramon Preciado and his son Christopher arrested last night for their alleged parts in the murders.
But today, more charges have been filed against the father and son. Christopher Preciado charged with capital murder. Now 2 more additional charges of abuse of a corpse and alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse. His father, Ramon, is also charged with abuse of a corpse and the newly added charge of alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse.
We're also, for the very first time, hearing from the family, Guerra's father and stepmother speaking to KSAT today. Eric Hernandez reports they're hoping for the full extent of punishment for both men.
Upset, anger, all kinds of emotions just going through.
Gabriel and Raquel Guerra are breathing a sigh of relief after Christopher Preciado and his father Ramon were arrested Wednesday night in the deaths of their son Matthew Guerra, his girlfriend Savannah Soto, and their unborn child Faiban.
That was definitely a relief of mine that, I can hold someone accountable. I've been talking about justice for the 3 of them since it started.
Gabriel and Raquel say neither of them know who Christopher and Ramon are. According to the arrest affidavit, Matthew and Savannah met Christopher to allegedly sell them marijuana. We asked the Guerras about that information after they had previously stated that Matthew was trying to turn his life around.
Matthew hasn't made the best decisions, but, he, I'll make no excuses for him, but whatever he did, I don't condone that at all. But that being said, no one deserves to be murdered, period, regardless of what kind of activity you're in or what you're doing.
Now this case moves to the district attorney's office, and the Guerras say they want nothing less than the death penalty for Christopher Preciado.
Now it's on the DA. He had said something about the death penalty, and I'm going to hold him accountable to his word. And that's the next process for me, is him confirming that.
We did get a statement this afternoon from the district attorney's office about the case, and they say an additional capital murder charge could be added for Christopher for the death of the unborn child, but that hasn't been decided just yet. As far as the death penalty after an indictment, the Capital Crimes Committee will then decide whether to seek the death penalty or not. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
I've just been listening to everything. I've been speculating on stuff, and just my opinion on stuff, and I'm just curious, more details, the motive, and it just, Star Mama, it's like something don't feel right. Something don't feel right. Just a second. I saved a bunch of stuff for us to watch. It might be repeat stuff here and there, and if it is, oh well, we're still here chit-chatting about it because you hear a little bit of different things from different else. Okay. And another one. Here's another one from White Widow Baby that I'm going to play, though. Said I watched all her stuff today.
Morgan Helena Pratt. Christopher Ray Preciado. Great.
Shit, I was muted and talking. It's okay if you're not a speculator, PJ. It's just I just look at every angle to it, like my mind, my kind of like why I love Charles Manson. I like to get into the minds of people. Why are they doing this? What sound, what's more logical? And I don't know. And I've been into the Jeffrey Epstein stuff too. Epstein, whatever, however you say it. I'm gonna play a couple of JLR stuff now. Marty, I don't think I could be a teacher. I don't like kids like that either. I mean, I love little kids, but I don't know. They get on my nerves. Okay, we're going a little bit of JLR here. Y'all don't make fun of my man. He own it. It's probably stuff we done heard, but mods, if you could drop his link.
Bridges investigates. Check this out, everyone. This is Christopher Preciado, 19 years old. He's been arrested in connection with the murder of Savannah Soto. His dad also has been arrested, charged with abusing a corpse. His name is Ramon. Ramon actually owns a business, Almighty Air Conditioning, and people are leaving reviews, bad reviews, and commenting on their Facebook page. I want to share that with you right here. Check it out. This is the public Facebook page of the family business of Ramon Preciado. His son, Christopher, also worked for this company here, Almighty Air Conditioning and Heating. But if you look on the Facebook comments here, this post was right before Christmas from our almighty family to yours. Have an amazing Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Now, this happened a couple days after Savannah was last seen. And look at the comments. Look at the comments. Look at the comments here. Religious scriptures, the audacity. Hope you get the maximum sentence. And look, people are just tagging. They even put a picture of Ramon on here, of his own company. Karma is coming. This whole family better leave San Antonio. So people are outraged. Look at this. Sadly, the punishment for the dad's crime is 6 months to 2 years in prison. So he'll be out soon enough, and hopefully street justice is served. You see that? I mean, people are making threats. We don't support threats on JLR Investigates. I hope you remember these faces and what you did to them. Hope you guys never get out. See this? People are commenting, comments and tags. Look at that. Tags. Yeah, definitely not using this business. They even put his wife's name, Myrta Romanos, discussing the nerve to share this after you disposed of those bodies. See what I mean? This was posted a couple days after Savannah went missing. Wow, look at this. See? People are commenting. Just showing you. And you can go read yourself. They're putting pictures of Savannah and Matthew on there. You're sick, posting this just days after the KILLING and messing with the bodies of an expecting family. I hope justice comes and hits hard. The audacity. Yeah. See? So this is some wild stuff, right? Posting clearly knowing what they have just done. Your family ain't so almighty now. There was a third person in the truck. Cowards. So yeah, this is their Facebook page, and people are roasting them. I wonder if Facebook will take down their business page, or they will take it down themselves. The family of Ramon's family, maybe his wife, he's in jail, but maybe he'll get out on bond. I don't think people are happy right here. Let me know what you think. So yeah, I don't support any harassment whatsoever, but people are letting that business know what's up on the Facebook page. Christopher is charged capital murder. He's in a lot of trouble. The dad, people are saying the dad might get out in a couple years. Like, his penalty is not much, though they could maybe arrest him, charge him with more serious stuff. But as of now, it looks like the father could possibly make bond. It's a bondable type of crime. It's not as serious as what his son is going to spend the rest of his life in jail, if not get the ultimate penalty. What's your thoughts of the rest of his life in prison? He's in jail now and will most likely stay behind bars. We're talking about Christopher. But what about Ramon, the father? And what about the business, Almighty Air Conditioning? Have you ever done business there? Do you know anything about that business? I am covering the case of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew. What happened here? Why did the father help the son? How does the son have any connection whatsoever to the victims? Looking into this matter, check out my playlist, digging in on Christopher and Ramon. We will talk soon. When more information comes out, I will share, and I'm digging. We're digging in on these.
He's a digging, y'all. He's digging. Yeah, PJ, like, what if she didn't know? Some wives don't know, Sometimes they don't know. Maybe someone was picking her up today to take her into protective custody so she don't get hurt. Or I do feel bad for the mom until I hear more, I don't think that was a mom in the car. I don't think a mom could go along with taking the life of another mom like that. I don't think, no. I don't think, no. In my opinion, that's how I feel. I'm not going to believe nothing. I'm just going to keep watching what I'm doing and giving my opinion until more comes out, because, yeah. I don't either, Marty. He might have not pulled the trigger, but look, he was. You agree with me, Nikki, that the mom would not go along with something like that ever? I feel like they were paid. Maybe as a team, or I don't know. Winifred, hush it. But I can probably guarantee, Christopher, he gets to the big house, he won't make it a year in there. I'll give him 6 months. Inmates take care of him. Somebody, I don't know. Chris Watts is still alive, but okay, here's just another news article that I saved. I wanted to play. It might be the same stuff we've already heard. Sorry if it is, but we might hear something new.
A father and son taken away in handcuffs, arrested in connection with the shooting deaths of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra, as well as their unborn baby.
Tiffany Huertas with the latest on the two that are accused for murder and now facing multiple capital murder charges, and why police say drugs are at the heart of the case.
David, Ursula, that's right. Thanks to the arrest affidavits, we've learned more about what led to Savannah and Matthew's deaths and the arrest of 19-year-old Christopher Preciado, who San Antonio police believe is the couple's killer and charged with capital murder, and his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, who police believe helped hide the bodies, charged with abuse of the corpse in the case.
This is the latest of what we've learned about this case. Savannah's family reported her missing to Leon Valley Police on Friday, December 22nd. But San Antonio police have now told us that Savannah and Matthew were killed just before midnight on Thursday, December 21st. SAPD found their bodies 5 days later at an apartment complex on Danny Kaye, in Matthew's car, in the parking lot. But police say the complex has no connection to the murders. It's just where the bodies were left. We've been showing the surveillance video that SAPD released last Thursday, but police say the key piece of evidence that led them to the Preciados was Soto's cell phone that was found with the bodies. After following leads for a couple of days, police were eventually led to the Preciados' residence. When officers arrived at the Preciados' house, the father said he knew why they were there, and he and his son were taken into custody. According to the affidavit, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado said Matthew and Savannah drove to his house on Charlie Chan Drive to sell him marijuana, and that Matthew initially pointed a gun at him. However, the investigation states that Christopher's version of events were inconsistent, with gunshot wounds to Savannah and Matthew. He claims he wrestled the gun away from both victims and shot them in self-defense. Now, as for the father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado admitted to driving his truck to the apartment complex after the murders and being the person on the surveillance video. He also placed Christopher as the driver of the vehicle, believed to have belonged to Matthew. Now that the two men are in custody, SAPD says They are working with the Bexar County District Attorney's Office to determine if there will be any further charges since Savannah was pregnant and about to give birth.
Also mentioned in the affidavit was that police learned Matthew Guerra was known to sell drugs and used his phone and Instagram to sell them, and that he had been the target of robberies and shootings before. As for the suspects, we checked records this morning. A 19-year-old Christopher Preciado has no criminal history that we've been able to find. The father, Ramon Preciado, did have some criminal history, but nothing since the 90s. And we've learned that Ramon Preciado's bond was set at $100,000, and his son, Christopher's, has been set at $1 million. We're going to continue to follow this story and bring you any new information that we get on air and online on ksat.com.
Keep up to date with all.
I agree, Chicken Lady. I feel like he was hired to just clean it up and to lure them out of the house. You know what I mean? To get Savannah and Matthew out of that apartment. He probably was going to faking to buy marijuana or whatever, and I think somebody else took over. And then afterwards, they were the cleanup crew, dispose of crew. In my opinion, I feel that might be, oh no, something ain't right. Because, you know, allegedly, if Matthew snitched on some dealers, this father and son duo here are not going to snitch on anybody because they see what happens to people that snitch. You know what I mean? It's like, in my opinion, if that makes sense. I'm horrible at wording stuff. You think it was more than green? But if someone was trying to lure somebody out of the house or something, green, whatever, it wouldn't matter, you know what I mean? But I don't think I'm not buying all this. That's why I'm waiting to see how this plays out, what happens, because I don't know. Maybe they stuck them charges too, you know, the capital murder so quick and stuff. If the cops even said that the story didn't make sense with Christopher killing them, and okay, we're gonna watch JLR go over the affidavit. Bear with me. I love JLR now, so don't talk about him. He's my man.
JLR investigates. Come on in, everyone. I have the arrest affidavit. Been digging in on these two people. Digging in on these two people right here. Come on in, everyone. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Christopher and Ramon. Christopher and Ramon right here. Preciado? Arrested. Now, I've been doing some serious digging on these people. And both of them, well, the son has a social media presence. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay? We're here at the JLR command center. Oh, hold on a second. Let me put on the JLR bat symbol. Hold on. Let's put on the JLR bat symbol. Boom. The JLR bat symbol is up, folks. We got to talk about this case. Savannah Soto, Matthew Guerra. What happened here? Well, guess what? The affidavit of probable cause, what I'm about to read to you guys, which I have right here. I have the arrest warrant, and it gives key details, and it's very interesting. I have the arrest affidavit warrant right here. And we're going to read this. We're going to read this, folks. We're going to get key details about this case. Because as you know, on JLR Investigates, as soon as suspects get identified, we dig in on them. We find out who they are, where they come from, what their affiliation is, who are these people. Apparently Ramon, owns a air conditioning business. Almighty. They call it Almighty Air Conditioning. It was so funny, though, because his wife, Myrna, I guess her name is Myrna Ramones. She don't even use the same last name as him. Been married for a long time. She makes reviews to draw people to this air conditioning business, family-owned air conditioning business. Wonder what that's about. Wonder what that's all about. But we're going to read the affidavit of probable cause. We're going to get key details of this case. So come on in, JLR Investigates. We are covering this case. We are going to cover.
Chicken Lady, I'm trying to post the link to the affidavit that you sent me. Can you post it in chat? And I'll pin it so people can go look at it if they want to later. Please, love. Thank you. Love you. I'm so glad you came around here. I love my people. Okay, here we go.
We're going to cover the proceedings here. So this is arrest warrant, affidavit. Fine. Oh, let me make this a little bit smaller. There you go. There you go. Now we can kind of see what's up, right? Affidavit for arrest warrant. The undersigned affidavit, Detective Jeremy Goodwin. So that's the detective in this case, Jeremy Goodwin. Remember that name. Badge number 2322. Being a peace officer under the laws of the state of Texas and being duly sworn on oath, makes the following statements and accusations. A victim in this case has been identified as Savannah Nicole Soto. Date of birth redacted, hereafter referred to as victim number 1. A victim in this case has been identified as Matthew Gabriel Guerrera. Information redacted, herein referred to victim number 2. An actor in this case has been identified as Christopher Ray Preciado. Born in 2004, hereafter referred to as defendant. Said defendant is further identified in San Antonio Police Department computer files under SID 1191061. It is the belief of your affidavit that the offense of capital MUR and DER or multiple persons occurred was committed on or about the 21st day of December 2023. And this is interesting because remember we were saying, and it was out there that Savannah was last seen on December 22nd at 2 p.m. But it looks like this crime occurred on the late night hours of December 21st, the first day of winter. Your affidavit has probable cause for said belief by reason of the following facts. On December 23rd, 2023, Leon Valley Police received a call for a missing person report. Family of a missing person stated she was supposed to be induced for her pregnancy and did not show up for the appointment. The family advised that they had not been able to get a hold of the female and stated that she was not answering her phone. A check of the hospitals was conducted by the family, and it was found that the female was not at any of the hospitals. It was found that the female lived with her boyfriend. However, the family of the boyfriend advised that they were not able to get in touch with him as well. The female was entered in as a missing person by Leon Valley. Further investigation found that the female and her boyfriend were not responding to any phone calls and their whereabouts were unknown. Media broadcast on the news, the story of the missing female and her boyfriend. In the media, the boyfriend's car description was broadcast in the media and was said to be a 213 gray Kia Optima. On December 26, 2023, a resident of Danny Kane Drive messaged the family of the female and advised them that they believe the vehicle was parked in the back of Danny Kane Drive, the apartment complex there. The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. Upon Leon Valley arrival to the location, Leon Valley police observed the vehicle. Inside the vehicle was a deceased pregnant female in the front seat and a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. San Antonio police were contacted, and your affiant made the location. Upon arrival to the location, your affiant observed the vehicle. The vehicle was a 213 Kia Optima with a Texas license plate. Your affiant checked the VIN number, and the VIN number was the same VIN number that was broadcast on the news for the missing couple. A check of the information through NCI, she showed the vehicle belonged to the boyfriend of the female. Your affiant observed the front right passenger side of the vehicle. Right front passenger side. Your affiant observed a deceased pregnant female inside of the front passenger seat. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the female on the previous murder case, your affiant recognized the female to be of that of the missing female. The female appeared to have trauma to her head. Your affiant then observed the back seat of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had an apparent gunshot wound to the head. It appeared the man had been dragged into the vehicle. It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Interesting, right? It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Your affiant did not observe any weapon near the male. Well, that's interesting. So it happened outside the vehicle and he was put in the vehicle, dragged into the vehicle. A search warrant was requested so entry into the vehicle could be conducted. While waiting for the search warrant, your affiant spoke to the families of the female and the male. It was found that the boyfriend to the female sold narcotics and would use his phone through cellular communication as well as social media to sell narcotics. It was also advised that the boyfriend would post money and narcotics on Instagram. It was stated that people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been shot at before. The family provided your affiant with the phone number of the female. The family of the male provided your affiant with the phone number as well as his Instagram. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. The search found spent shell casings in the vehicle. However, there were no weapon recovered in the vehicle. There was apparent blood transferred on the outside of the vehicle, and that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. So they ruled out Matthew doing something to Savannah. Both the female and male had gunshot wounds to the head, and the male also had an apparent drag marks on his back. Drag marks on his back. It was believed that the female and the male were killed at a different location, and the vehicle was driven to the recovered location. Okay, there you go. So we got answers there. It didn't happen there at the apartment complex. It happened somewhere else. During further investigation, your affiant found video surveillance video at 5903 Danny Kane. The video surveillance found that on December 21st, 2023, around 23:59, is that 11:59 p.m.? 11:59 p.m. on December 21st, a Chevy Silverado, gray, driving with its lights off from the vehicle recovered location. The Silverado pulled in the middle of the back of the parking lot and parked the vehicle. The victim's vehicle could be seen approaching the Chevy Silverado. The victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavy-set male exited the Silverado and the driver's side door of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavy-set male approached the driver of the victim's vehicle, and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavy-set male then get a towel from his vehicle and appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's vehicle door where he had touched the vehicle. Oh, yeah, getting rid of fingerprints. The driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment.
Okay, I'm just going to talk a second. I feel like the crime happened somewhere else. They picked the bullet casings up from wherever it happened, planted them in the car to make it look like it. Okay, but Savannah was sitting in the front seat. She was shot behind her right ear. There would have been a window broken, bullet holes visible on the. There would have been some proof that we could have seen on that, because regardless, Savannah was in the front seat. Maybe that's what they're meaning by abuse of a corpse, moving a corpse, and the drag marks that was said now. It's like there's no way that the boy could have carried that big of a man, Matthew. They collected the bullets from wherever it happened at and placed them in the car. No, that's my opinion. Okay, Jada, I will, love.
And sat back in the driver's seat. The driver did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. The Hispanic male got back into his vehicle. The victim's vehicle drove behind the building where the vehicle was found on December 26, 2023. The Silverado followed the victim's vehicle. At approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victim's vehicle was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time of the video observed. It is believed that the unknown driver and heavy-set male observed parking the victim's vehicle at the location in an effort to hide the vehicle. Hide it. That's what they were doing. On January 2nd, 2024, your affiant provided one of the victim's cell phones to Detective Knox at the Technical Investigations Unit. On January 3rd, your affiant received the phone download from Detective Knox. Your affiant found that the victim had recently searched the street of Charlie Chan Drive. Digital forensics nailed him. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the crime scene area, your affiant was aware that Charlie Chan Drive was a couple blocks away from the victim, vehicle recovery location. Your affiant was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive, and Cary Grant Drive around 23:50 hours on the night they went missing. Right? The vehicle did not start moving again until 23:54, right before midnight, folks. The vehicle then traveled. Where we at? Hey, where do we get? The vehicle then traveled to 5903 Danny King, where the victim and their vehicle were discovered on December 26, 2023. Your affiant conducted computer search and was able to locate a vehicle that looked identical to the suspect vehicle seen on camera with the victim's vehicle. Your affiant did some research on the owner of the vehicle and found that the owner of the vehicle matched the description of the male that exited the vehicle on camera. Yeah, the big guy. I mean, that was the easiest way to find a suspect. I mean, it's not like many people are that size, right? Homicide detectives went to the vehicle location listed above and found the listed vehicle at the location. While at the residence on Charlie Chan, a person identified as Ramon Presiado, I can't even say this last, Presiado, reported knowing why SAPD was at his residence. Yep, he knew. Of course he knew, because he's involved. Ramon informed SAPD detectives to speak with his son, identified as Christopher Presiado. Ramon and Christopher were transported to SAPD homicide to speak with your affiant, while additional SAP detectives searched the residence on Charlie Chan Drive under the authority of a search warrant. So it's all going down. They get brought down to the police station yesterday. Your affiant spoke with Ramon, after Ramon was read the Miranda warnings. Ramon admitted to driving his Chevy Silverado to 5903 Danny King, where he met Christopher, his son. The father identified himself on video from the Danny King Drive as the person observed exiting the Chevy Silverado. So he basically spoke. He talked. He reported meeting Christopher at his apartment complex, who was driving another vehicle. This vehicle is the vehicle in which Matthew and Savannah were found deceased. Ramon admitted to assisting Christopher at 5903 Danny King Drive. Ramon knowingly treated the human corpse of Matthew, Savannah, and the unborn child of Savannah, named Faiban, in an offensive manner by leaving them in the abandoned vehicle. Your affiant then spoke with Christopher. After Christopher was read his Miranda warnings, Christopher reported Matthew and Savannah drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher marijuana. Christopher went on to provide a version of events that were inconsistent with evidence collected at the scene from the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed the male victim pointed a weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot. Really? Christopher then stated that he had the weapon pointed at him against him, and he manipulated the weapon again, resulting in the male victim being shot. Yeah, right. Do you believe that version of events right here, folks? It was over marijuana. Christopher's statement is inconsistent with the gunshot wounds suffered by Matthew and Savannah and the evidence located at the crime scene. Christopher intentionally discharged a firearm at Savannah and Matthew with the intention of causing the DEATH. The actions of Christopher resulted in the death of Matthew, Savannah, and Savannah Soto's unborn child named Faiban. Your affiant has reasons to believe and does believe that said defendant, Christopher Ray Preciado, on or about the 21st of December, 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, intentionally caused the death of multiple persons in violation of 1903 of the Penal Code of the state of Texas. Boom. There you go. There is the warrant. Affidavit of probable cause. All over marijuana, folks. So Christopher gives a version of events. Goes inconsistent with the evidence. Savannah and Matthew went to their home. Digital forensics actually nailed this case, folks, because they went in her phone and they noticed they used the address Charlie Chan Drive. She GPS Charlie Chan Drive. So what did detectives do? They searched all the residents and looked up and seen anyone that has any truck, Silverado, on Charlie Chan Drive. And boom, oh, we got a hit. We got a matching type of truck seen on that surveillance. Let's run the owner's name. Oh, it's a big guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is the guy. Boom. Now we know the location. Go to the judge, get a warrant, go there, bring them in for questioning. Notice that he actually told on his own son. Oh, yeah, you got to talk to my, like this. Imagine getting a knock on the door. Police, open up. We have a warrant. All right, this is Ramon. How can I help you? Why? I know you guys are here. I know why you guys are here. Okay, we need to talk to you. You need to talk to my son, Christopher. All right, we're bringing you both in. We're bringing you both in. Come on, you're coming. And then, boom, self-incrimination. You know, 90% of people's convictions are statements they give, Miranda warnings. If they were smart people, and they're not smart at all, they're the dumbest of the dumbest for doing this, for the whole world watching. But most people talk when they're in police custody. When they give you Miranda warnings, they should have just stayed quiet. Probably wouldn't have helped them, but the statement's going to hurt them down the line. But this is such a high-profile case, they're doomed. They're doomed. Now, I think he has a $100,000 bond. That's the way I saw it. He's not charged, and we're talking about Ramon, the father. He could very well get out, folks. This guy could very well get out soon. Matter of fact, the home that they live at, which someone vandalized, by the way. Someone vandalized their home. Someone vandalized the car. Someone vandalized their car. I'm not even going to show the words on JLR Investigates. But they spray painted on the car in front of their house. Baby, K-I-L-L-E-R, in spray paint. But it's very possible that him, the father.
You know what, Jada? I used to not be able to stand him when he was with Betty and all them. And he does cover a lot. And he has the biggest balls of any of these men on here. He goes to these places. He don't sit, well, he's behind a screen, but he don't care to confront them. Fuck, he confronted the damn border control. You know what I mean? Like, he is really trying. And I can see that he's trying, you know, and I can work with that. When I can see that someone is trying to better themselves from the past, I can, yeah. Your mom loves JLR too? I used not stand him, but he gets the job done. Yeah, he's grown on me, Jada, like the plague. And he's my man now. I said something the other day, you know, Betty accused him of having all these secret women. I'll be a secret woman. I just want to ride along with these things, but I don't want to get out of the car and walk up to people and he's fucking got balls of steel, man. People want to talk shit about him. What are they doing? Sitting on their ass using other people's shit.
Since the statute maximum for the charges that he has right now, I looked, it's only a few years in prison. It's not like he's facing it. He's done. He's done. He's capital murder. This is 3 counts. It's over for him. Matter of fact, this could be a DP case. But this guy could actually get out on bond. If this guy got out on bond, it would probably be best for his own safety and the safety of the community for him to move. They were at his house last night. I saw some live feeds, and people were driving around their house. They spray painted the house last night. I'll show it. They spray painted the car last night. Look at that. See that? They spray painted the car last night. Isn't that wild stuff? Now, I don't support vigilante justice. I'm not into that. They got caught. Let them go through the process. But people might be upset with the father because the father is not spending the rest of his life in jail for this, unless they can go up on the charges and up them. But the charges that he's facing right now, he's not facing that much time. I mean, time, and probably for him, and he's already been in jail. He's already been in and out of prison. He got all types of charges. The father, the kid I couldn't find.
That's fucked up though, because he's an accomplice to murder. I mean, come on, this don't make sense.
I couldn't even. I found 2 Facebook profiles on the kid, and I call him the kid, the Christopher, because he's a kid. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail, probably on D row. He had 2, and they had like Raiders profile. He also had one where he had a gun on the head, which was wild too. Now the mother, Myra, Myrta, M-Y-R-T-A. If I'm not saying that correctly, I apologize. I was going down her Facebook profile last night, and she literally changed her profile in the middle of me. She changed the cover photo to Raiders. And she's getting harassed pretty bad. You could say it harassed, or she's just getting an earful from people. There's some people who are saying some very vicious things to the mother. Myrta. Thank you, Amy. Myrta. The mother there, you know, is the mother involved? How can the mother not know what's going on out of their own house when they're a family-owned business, or the mother is just blind ignorance? Very wire wild, folks. But that's what we got so far. You know, the statements are always good. They both proved that they were on that surveillance. They both admitted that they were on the surveillance. I mean, that's damaging enough. You're putting yourself at the scene of where the car was placed. So I'm sure in that, you remember, affidavit of probable cause is enough just to secure arrest. There will be more. But I think this is a slam dunk. Unless a lot of you guys say, presumption of innocence. They're innocent. They're innocent till proven guilty. Well, I'll tell you what. They're not so innocent online right now, folks. They're not so innocent online because they are getting a vicious. I've already been posting videos on them. I will continue to dig in on them. I am JLR Investigates. What's going to happen here? I actually was there yesterday. And then as I was getting on the plane, which I've already said, then they started and announced that, you know, their arrest went down. And well, we said it the day before that an arrest is coming. An arrest is coming. And that was the rumor mill around there on the 3rd of January that an arrest was coming. That's why I went live. Whose gun was it? Yeah, a lot of people asked whose gun was it. Great question. I don't know. It doesn't. The affidavit doesn't say whose gun was used for what, which will be interesting. Because what if Mr. Christopher did the deeds on those two with Matthew's gun? Would that change your perspective on the situation? Like maybe, or was this a total separate, or both of them? Were they both strapped, pointing guns? Drug deals never go well, man. And this should be a reminder for youth out there. Man, get out of that lifestyle, man. Look how much families have been destroyed in this situation. Don't put your own family through this. If you're a drug dealer, don't do this, man. Because one, the odds are against you. You're most likely going to get caught. You can't drug deal the rest of your life. But look what happens, man. There could be loss of lives, whole community outrage. Just don't do it. I say don't do drugs, but some people have addiction. And you know my feeling about addictions is different than drug dealing. I don't like drug dealing. Drug dealing is just, you know, drug addiction is a serious matter too. But you can get help if you want help. If you want help. But you will get caught. You will get caught. All right, so I came on. I just wanted to give you guys that information. Subscribe to the channel, like, hit the notification button. I am JLR Investigates. When more information comes out about this case, I will share with all of you. Got a lot of people in here. So we're going to pay attention. When they got the court hearing, whatever, we're going to play it. We're going to share. And the new information, I'm going to keep digging in on this guy. So check out my playlist. Check out all the videos that I got up and running on this case. Yeah, we're on it. We're on it. You know, we always on the suspects. We're always going to share light to the darkness. And this is the darkness. This is the darkness. So remember these faces. If you have any information about these people, share it with San Antonio police. Help the Soto family and Matthew's family. Help the family. Oh, his bond was up to $600,000. Good to know. So I just saw a report that his bond was up. His bond went up. So that's good. They're trying to keep this guy behind bars. You know, at the end of the day, he's probably going to testify against his own son. My question is the misinformation about Dylan Butler. That's what Damon Dillinger says. Dylan Butler is a whole different case. But we'll talk about that on other lives. And that happened out of Perry, Iowa. Another school shooting, folks. It's a why, you know, I'm glad there could be some level of closure here at justice for Savannah and Matthew's family here. And then, you know, with this case, there was a lot of misinformation. You know, a lot of people were pointing fingers at other people, like specifically saying names. Like specific names, and some of these specific names of people that were kind of heavy set were getting, you know, thrown around there. Imagine what they feel now. Well, they may probably get a sense of relief and they probably don't take it personal. It's just people that want answers, right? It's people that want justice and they want answers and they just want to help in any way. But, you know, the police did say last night, a lot of misinformation out there. Misinformation. This happens in a lot of cases. I think we're all just curious, and whenever we just want to find answers. We just want to help. We just want to help these families. So young. Savannah was so young. Both of them were so young. And even this kid, this Christopher guy, this monster Christopher, it's young. Yeah, he has to spend the rest of his life behind bars. It's just horrible, horrible, horrible all across the board. Wow. So we'll get more information out of this. And look at this guy. There he is. Look at this guy, folks. Look at him. Look at this. And they did a perp walk. And one thing I noticed, what I was told is in San Antonio, they don't do perp walks very often like this. Like they literally told the media, hey, come here. And not only that, but the media was able to interact with him for a minute. Like they kept the door open. Did you notice that inside the car when he was brought into the car? they kept the door open and allowed cameras to go like right in the face. I wish I was there. Of course, you know what I would say. But yeah, I was shocked by that because usually they'll keep media a little bit afar and have it like it was almost like they let the media go up into this guy's face with microphones, like to his face. That doesn't happen very often. So that's like San Antonio, like giving their prize back to the community. Here's your perp here, people, right? So I want to see more of that. I want to see like, you know, the suspects, instead of shielding the suspects, bring them out into the dark, into the light, bring the darkness out into the light, let the people and the cameras put cameras in their faces and let them see what's going on. I'm JLR Investigates. Thank you for watching. And
Sonia. Drug dealing is bad, and it's a lot worse than it was when we were all younger, y'all. It's crazy. Freaking crazy. Okay, here's one of JLR at the home of this kiddo. Murder, baby killer.
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates this guy, got arrested right here. Christopher Preciado, 19 years old, in connection with the MURDER Savannah Soto. I want to show you an inside look of his home, the home where authorities went with the search warrant and seized his dad's truck. His dad is also charged, Ramon. They seized the truck. They took pictures, search warrant of the house. This is the house where it all happened. Check it out. Okay, so this is the home of Christopher and Ramon. They lived at this home. This is the home police went to with a search warrant. They also seized the pickup truck from the driveway here. 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, 2,900, 696 square feet. Let's get some information. Look, this is the inside of the home. This is according to Zillow. This is what the inside, this is where Christopher and his dad and his mom lived. Look at the home. Here's some photos. Look at the flooring. Got a fireplace. Here's the kitchen. Charlie Chan Drive. It's listed at $341,000 estimate. Is this the kitchen where the family conspired with one another? You see that big airy room. Assuming this is one of the bedrooms. Another bedroom. It's a nice home. Look at the back. Look at the back there. Blue. Look at the backyard. You can see in the backyard. There's a big patio area. Remember, folks, they owned a air conditioning company, Almighty Air Conditioning. Here's the bathroom. Nice bathtub, right? There's the bathroom. Shower. There you go. So this home is a 4-bed, 3-bath home. Almost $130,000. Let me know what you think. So nice crib, right? Well, Christopher's never going to stay there ever again, right? Ramon, he might get like a decade in prison for what he did. I don't know what the statute maximum. I heard it's not a lot, but there could be additional charges on him. Why did they do it? How did they do it? Any evidence of the crime? Did any evidence of the crime get brought back to the house that I just showed you? I'm digging in on these people. I got a lot of videos up on Christopher, his dad, the air conditioning company, the Almighty Air Conditioning Company that they own, and we're digging in very, very deeply on these individuals. I'll be posting more information on Christopher right here. Let me know what you think.
I think you're a fantastic JLR. I love you, boo-boo. I'm his #1 fan now. Let's see here. Here's a little court TV thing. It's probably some of the same stuff, but I am going to play it anyway for us. Because I have it saved and I want to.
Welcome back. Now to the big breaking news out of Texas that we continue following. 2 arrests have been made for the murders of pregnant teenager Savannah Soto and her boyfriend. The San Antonio Police Department announcing early this morning that 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and his father, Ramon Preciado, have been arrested for the murders of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. Now, police believe that Christopher, the son, is the one who did the murders. That's what they believe. And they believe his father just helped him after the fact, moving the body. So their charges are different. Son charged with murder, dad charged with abuse of a corpse. Now, Savannah Soto was last seen in mid-December, one day before she was scheduled to be induced. She and her boyfriend's remains were found days later inside of his Kia Optima. We've been looking at that video since then. It's been quite puzzling. Police are saying this morning that they believe the murders are the result of a drug deal that turned deadly. I have 2 great guests on the program to help me break this all down. Still with me, retired NYPD Deputy Inspector and the author of the book, Once a Cop, Corey Pegues. And want to welcome in retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Great to see you both this morning. Thank you for being here. Oh boy. There has been some speculation that this might have been a drug deal that went unexpectedly awry and turned fatal. Jennifer, I know you've been following this very, very closely. I enjoy following you on Twitter or X always, but you've been analyzing this one. Tell me, was this what you expected investigators to find here? Why or why not, please?
Yes, I expected it to have to do with a drug deal gone bad. I think I said that very early, likely gang related in terms of the players involved. Clearly, when we hear the words, a botched drug deal gone bad, what does that mean? What that means is that somebody wasn't living up to their end of the bargain. Either the amount of drugs being sold was off or the money that was being brought was off. One of those 2 things. And this isn't just like purchasing, vitamins from your girlfriend next door. This turns deadly and can turn deadly. First of all, it was late at night. I would believe, even though we'll never know, but likely Mr. Preciado was likely under the influence. So you have people who are under the influence dealing with one another. And then you also have that street cred, the disrespect that when this drug deal went wrong, went down and turned deadly.
All right, Jennifer, great points. I have a clip I want to play, and Corey, I'm coming to you next after this, please. This is a clip of Savannah Soto's mother who joined closing arguments with Vinnie Politan last night, and she did the interview with Vinnie before the announcement of the arrest, so that came later. But here in this clip, she's talking about Savannah's relationship with her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, and of course, many of us are wondering, did anybody know that this was going on, that he was into these dealings, apparently? Let's watch.
They had a kind of like a little rough relationship at the beginning. She said it was getting better. They were both looking for the baby. I mean, we had a baby shower for her. They were there, and opening the gifts, all excited, playing games. It was like any normal couple. I mean, about his, private, I don't really know anything about him, but I mean, my daughter was happy with him.
She said she didn't really know anything about him, so who knows the extent of what she knew or didn't know about these activities. Corey Pegues, you have such a unique experience because you retired from the NYPD after many years of service at such a high rank, and your story I have mad respect for. When you were young, and you talk openly about this, you talk about it in your book, when you were young, before you went into the military and became a police officer, you were on the streets dealing drugs, and so you have a really interesting perspective of the dangers of it. And for anybody who might think, oh, I can dabble in this or be associated with someone dabbling in it or have a family member associated with it, these risks of fatal incidents are very, very real. Are they not? Would you speak to that, please, Corey?
Oh, it's very real. Being in the street is either dead or in jail. So, I call an old drug dealer. If you got more than 5 years, then you're like ancient. Usually, if you get in 2 to 3 years out there selling drugs, you made a little money, you better escape because now cops are just using this thing right here. They're solving crimes very quickly. Let me just touch on one of the things the mother said. I was uncomfortable with her saying there was a normal relationship. Well, I don't know what's normal with her daughter being in this relationship with this known drug dealer. I think they had a domestic violence history, if I'm not mistaken. And you have to know what your children are doing. I remember when my 2 older daughters were teenagers and they wanted locks on the bedroom door. And I was like, you're not paying no rent. What do you mean locks on the door? You can't, no bedrooms have locks on them. And I used to put money in the dresser. So they knew that I was going through their dresser drawer or I was going through their book bag. Like, you have to know what your children are doing. So I don't think it's anything normal with somebody dealing with somebody who has a violent past and also assaulted the child at one time.
I love that. I love what you said there. And let's keep going on this point. I mean, look, this is so sad that these young people lost their lives, that unborn baby, killed. Also, I'm sure we can expect charges coming with respect to the baby that hadn't been born yet. But tell me, what can parents do? If somebody's watching this program this morning, we know that drug use, drug dealing, sadly, it's very common. We have a lot of problems in our country with it. I don't have to tell you both that What advice do you have for any parents who might suspect something's going on with the kids? Jennifer, let me go back to you on that point, please.
Well, it becomes very difficult, especially in this situation where your child is 18 years old, like Savannah was. So she's really a grown adult, if you will, legally. But I think all you can do really early on is show show discipline and show extreme love. And those two usually make a combination for keeping children out of this. But I'm one to surveil. I'm one to know exactly what my children are doing. I definitely surveilled them. And I tell you, the joke was, oh my gosh, we're going over to Coffin Daffers. That's the FBI, Mom. Look out. And I can't tell you how many times I had the ear, the cup on the ear up against my son's, and there'd be a girl in there. And I'd like open the door, get out of here. So I think it really takes that close, that close looking out for and knowing what your children are doing.
It does. No, bravo to you both. Knowing what your kids are doing, that surveillance and, and the way you do it. Like Corey said, I love, dropping some money in the door so that they open it. Dad was here. He's looking at what's going on. It's good for them to know and keep them close. And I love what you said there, Jennifer, striking that balance between, being strict, having rules, and then also showing them love. So sad and heartbreaking for these families. Got to leave it there. A big thank you to you both for lending us your expertise on this one. Corey Big East, Jennifer Coffindoffer, thank you both kindly.
What we're looking at right now is a very, very perplexing crime scene. And detectives right now are looking at this as a possible murder. And but we don't know for sure. So again, because of the complexity of the complex crime scene, we can't say for sure what we have.
Breaking news this morning, the murder of pregnant teen Savannah Soto. Police making 2 arrests in connection with her death. And part of the Epstein list has been released. And we have the latest on the high-profile names in those documents. Plus, the 3rd man charged in connection to Crystal Rogers' murder in court today asking for bond. It's all coming up next, plus more right here on Opening Statements. Good Thursday morning to you, friends, and welcome to Opening Statements. I'm your host, Julie Grant, and if you're new to the show, well, welcome. I think you'll find it a lot like the actual opening statements at trial. That's how this show was designed, to give you all the information you need to get you primed and ready to go for the big cases that we're covering on Court TV Live that are at trial, and all the major cases that are making headlines and have people talking in the world of true crime. I like to think of the show as kind of coffee and court. We get you all warmed up and ready for the day ahead. So right now, it's time for you to grab a cup of coffee because it's time for my opening statement. Gun ownership in America is a constitutional right that carries with it tremendous responsibility. In the criminal case against Oxford, Michigan school shooter's parents, the facts alleged show anything but responsible behavior. January 23rd is the date set for the trial of James and Jennifer Crumbly, and the court has allowed their cases to be severed. And we don't know who the
Okay, sorry. It kicked me offline there. No, I wasn't mute. It wouldn't let me. I had to come back in and go out. And hey, nerdy girl. Have you do enough? Let's see here. It's really about all I got right now. Do y'all have anything else to add to this? Duty Ron is live. I'd like to go watch him. JLR. Oh, here we go. We'll watch this. Never mind. There's my man, JLR. Saving the day. He went the murderer's routes. And thank you, Chicken Lady, for dropping his links when I play these videos. I really appreciate that because I want people to get credit.
Riches investigates. Christopher Preciado right here was arrested by authorities for the murder of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. Now, I want to show you the distance between where he lived with his dad, Ramon, who was also arrested, and from his home to the Colinas apartments. It's like 0.7 miles away. It's not a far distance at all. I'm going to take you on this murder route right here. I guess Christopher drove the Optima that belonged to Matthew, Savannah's boyfriend, while Ramon, Christopher's dad, drove a Chevy Silverado. I think it's the 215 or 214. They actually own two Silverados, according to records that I've obtained, a 215 and 214 at their residence. But look at this distance right here, folks. This is some wild stuff. It was right in the neighborhood behind the apartment complex where the bodies were found. It was literally in the same neighborhood. Okay, everyone, this is Google Maps. Look at this. Look at these two locations here, folks. This is the distance between where Savannah and Matthew went to the outside home of where Christopher and Ramon lived on Charlie Chan Drive. And this is the location, Colinas at Medical Apartments. It is only 0.7 miles away. Look at this distance. Look at this, folks. And it's wild because they were right outside here, Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive in the corner, according to the affidavit of probable cause. Christopher, the suspect, Christopher and his dad, Ramon, lived here at the corner. And then you see it is only 0.7 miles away. Basically, you either just go up here to Cary Grant Drive and make a right on George Burns Street and drive down and then go right in at that OM Food Mark at the apartment complex and go in the back corner and just park the car. It's so interesting that it's so close. It was right around the corner from the apartments. I'm surprised neighbors or anyone nearby there didn't notice the truck sooner, because the truck is there in plain sight. They actually have two Silverados, according to records, 2015 Chevy Silverado and a 2014 Chevy Silverado. It's wild stuff, folks. Look, it's right there. It was right there. And here is the home on the corner of Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant. And you can see, there it is. See, there's a pickup truck. There's the corner. Look. And all you got to do is just drive a little bit down Charlie Chan. We're going to drive down Charlie Chan a little bit. Let's take a drive towards Charlie Chan, shall we? We're going to take a drive. Here's Charlie Chan. Look at that. We're strolling along. Strolling along. We're strolling along. Strolling along Charlie Chan. Some of these homes here that got blocked off. We're on our way to the Colinas. We're on our way to the Colinas apartments. It's really just one stretch of road. I'm wondering, now that the suspect's been caught, I wonder if authorities will get Zoom camera from the neighbors around here. Wonder if they will. Oh, we're about to turn on Danny Kane shortly. You see it coming up. Danny Kane. It's the street where the murders, where the bodies were placed in the apartment complex. We're working our way there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's make a left. Let's go up the road. Let's go up the road. Let's go up a little bit. All right. We're going to make a left. We're going to go up the road. We're going to go up the road. Remember, it was a few minutes before 12 a.m.
I don't know, y'all. It just don't seem like somebody would kill somebody over marijuana. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just sitting here racking my brain because some of this shit don't make no sense.
12 a.m. We're working. Here's the drive. Here is the drive, folks. We just passed Dan Durye. Almost there. We're going to go around the corner. We're going to go around the corner up here. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Look at this. Still on Danny Kane. On our way to the Colinas. On our way to the Colinas. It's happening. You see, there's lots of neighbors around there. I'm sure they got their surveillance, right? I'm sure they got surveillance. Oh, yeah, they got the surveillance around here. Ring cameras. I'm sure they got it, right? I'm sure they got it. Why can't I move forward? Here we go. Ooh, it doesn't go anymore, but here we go. We'll move up some. Here we go, and look what's coming up. Look what's coming up. Oh, we got the apartments coming up. Here we go. Here we go. And then the back of the apartment complex there. Let's see if we can see all the way in the back. All the way in the back. Behind the OM Food Mart. This is the apartment complex. This is the apartment. All the way in the back. It would be down here. In the back. So let me know what you think. It's not far. Not far at all. So let me know what you think. I'm shocked that neighbors didn't come forward with this information, saying, hey, look, down there, this guy Ramon drives a truck similar. He lives, 0.7 miles away, not far at all. It's in the same neighborhood. But authorities ultimately, they got, Savannah's phone records and were able to determine that she Googled the Charlie Chan, the road there where Christopher lived, and authorities used good old-fashioned detective work. And then, the computer searches said, oh, look, Silverado. Oh, look, the driver, the owner of the Silverado, a big guy that matches the description. Oh, we got him. We got the fish. We got him. So kudos to San Antonio Police Department. Just shocked that they weren't caught sooner. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I am covering the Savannah Soto case. Who is Christopher? Who is Ramon? Who are these people? Why did they do it? Is it a drug deal gone bad? Do you believe Christopher's version? The suspect's trying to say that, the guns, went directed towards Savannah first, and then Matthew, I guess he was claiming it was self-defense, or Matthew was wielding a gun. I don't know. Whose gun was it anyway? The evidence shows that, Matthew was shot point blank. I don't think Christopher has a defense here. Do you think he does? We will talk soon, covering this case extensively. When more information comes out, I will share on JLR Investigates, the media covering this case. We will talk soon. Stay tuned. Jonathan Lee Rich's Investigates got some new additional information about Christopher Preciado, this individual right here, just arrested in connection with the murder of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew. I'm going to show you 2 Facebook profiles belonging to this individual. I am digging in. This is for educational purposes only. Let me show you his profile so we can get some insight on who this guy is. Check it out. So this is the public Facebook profile of Christopher Preciado. This is the individual that was just arrested for the murder of Savannah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew. Cover photo, Raiders. Now, that was in 2016. Showing you, it looks like this is a match being lit from San Antonio. Let's just see here. These are his look, he likes Almighty Air Conditioning. That is the company his dad owns. His family, it's a family-owned business. He also likes Achievement Hunter and Alley A. These are some of his likes. So let's scroll his profile. Let's see who he's following. These are some of the things he was following from back in the day. Again, this is an older profile, but this is there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. This is one of 2. Look who he's following. He's following his mom, an individual named Ryan Ramones, and Bobby Estrada. So it's from 2016. None of the Facebook of the 2 are newer Facebook profiles. These are both profiles I'm showing you. This is one, a lot of 216, and the next one I'm going to show you is a lot of 215. So it's, look at this. Don't steal. The government hates competition. Raiders for life. So it seems like he likes the Raiders, or did back in the day. He has a little dog here. What me when I see food. Interesting. Sorry, girls. Mommy says no dating until I'm 18. Interesting. Look at these posts. God's not DEAD. He's surely alive. Memes. Almighty Air's birthday's today. Look, he even posts family owns business's birthday. Posts the Batmobile. Forever. Look at that. Toilet paper and bow stuff. What we got here? Back in the day, this was called daydreaming. Today, it's called ADHD. Interesting. Shares a link to Almighty Air Conditioning and Heating, family-owned business. Obey. Just do it tomorrow. Nike. So now we're back in 2015. This photo here is very disturbing, considering the facts of this current case with Savannah and Matthew. Error loading. NWA. So we liked NWA. Popeye. This is awesome. Ate at Cheddar's on Monday. So much watermelon at HEB. NWA. Eazy-E. And that's it. Interesting. Let's scroll back. Interesting. So let me know what you think. This is his profile. Let me show you the next one. Okay, so here's another Facebook profile of Christopher Preciado. And look at the cover photo, folks. Look at this. Wow. This is back in 2015. So he was young back then. And you can clearly, oh man, this is a little bit disturbing because, considering the victims in this case and the way they died, it's kind of ironic here, to say the least. And you can see one Facebook friend it's his mom. And scrolling down now, this is post from 2015, so he hasn't posted on this account in a while. Assassin's Creed. So he's like gamer stuff. Seems like he played a lot of video games. Well, you know, people back then did people when they're younger do play video games. A lot do. Not everybody. But then you also see here spray painting, picture of spray painter. Again, cover photo of this. And then I saw this, Angel. I don't know if he goes by a nickname Angel. And got this. I don't know what all this is, what all this means. Angel, the spray painter, that spray painter, Angel. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And then he put a St. Patrick's Day. They dyed the water green. I'm assuming that is downtown San Antonio there. Posted that. Cheers for beers. So he's celebrates St. Patrick's Day, or he likes that holiday. And look at this. Look at this. Here's another one. I don't know. Got some guns and dark and edgy. What is this? Dark Star Armor Light. Looks like a skateboard. So, and that's it. So this is another profile that he ran and operated. That's the second one. Let me know what you think. So those are two profiles. Who is this Christopher guy? Notice they were from years back. Nothing new, though, that I found yet, but I'm digging around the net. The JLR Army and the salutes. We are looking at profiles. Found his mom. Nothing really on his dad out there. So, you know, he likes the Raiders and he likes a lot of gaming. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on this guy that got arrested? When more information comes out about him, I will share on JLR Investigate. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. I was in San Antonio at all the locations. It's interesting covering this case. It's interesting to find out what connection he has to the two victims, Savannah or Matthew, or either or. Is there? Who is this Christopher guy? Who is his dad too, Ramon, who's also arrested? I made some videos on him. Check out the
JLR is on it, ain't he? He is on it. Let's see. Oh, here's something about the mama. Let's watch this one here. I'm watching my man again. Y'all don't get jealous. He's mine.
Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Savannah Soto case. This is Christopher Preciado. He is arrested in connection with the murder of Savannah Soto and Matthew, her boyfriend. This guy's mom, Myrta, is getting a lot of blowback on Facebook, on a lot of posts that she
Hold on, did we already watch this one? I don't know. Let's see.
has made. People are commenting. You could maybe construe it as his mom being harassed. Her name is Myrta. This woman right here. Now, I'm just going to show you one Facebook post that she made. She is the mom of Christopher. She's married to Ramon, the husband. Ramon and Christopher are both arrested in connection with the murder of Savannah. But I want to show you this post right here. She made a post to the air conditioning business that the family owns, and people are commenting. Check it out. So the mother of Christopher Preciado made this Facebook post. Her name is Myrta Romanos. She also goes by Myrta Preciado. She recommends Almighty Air Conditioning and Heating. That is the company that Ramon, Christopher's dad, owns, and both are arrested. 100% professional group. My house has never been this cold. Give them a call. Now look at the comments. Look at the comments. People are commenting, and some are harassing her, and some are saying some very bad things. I'm sure Myrta has something to do with this murder case. I'm sure she was in on it, helping her son and husband cover evidence. I hope she suffers just as these families have suffered a great loss. Somebody commented, wonder who passed the towel to the dad. See the comments here? It's wild stuff. We'll keep going on. I pray, says here, I pray that if mom was involved, she does the right thing and turn herself in. You can't praise God and post Merry Christmas and help cover up a triple murder. As a mother, knowing an innocent baby was killed, I hope I would hope she would turn herself in, or if she knew anything, she would say. I hope this case stays alive on social media until all involved are brought to justice, whoever it may be. Someone responded, you threw the towel. It's not cold.
Hey, Yunk, how you doing, bro?
Colder than ever. Disgusting. If she did, she deserves prison. Truly hope you didn't have anything to do with it. She raided her own company, which was interesting because she's the wife of Ramon, and she's raiding the air conditioning service on Facebook. Cold as hell. Imagine being married to and birthing a murderer. We all know you threw the towel, Murta Romanos. Just give yourself up already. This whole entire family is a scam. As you see, it just goes on and on. People are, commenting. Is this considered harassing the mom, or is it just people vocalizing their opinions? Let me know what you think. This is on this particular Facebook roast right here. I am covering this case. So do you think that's harassment, or do you think people are just voicing their opinion, frustrated? People are literally thinking that she threw the towel. Do you think the mother is involved? Do you think Murta, her name is Murta, and if I'm not saying her name right, I apologize. But
I don't think the mother's involved, no.
Do you think authorities are going to arrest her, or do you think she's just innocent? She's at that house where, according to the affidavit of probable cause, Matthew and Savannah went to, where Christopher most likely killed them there at their own home. It's a wild case out of San Antonio, Texas. I am covering this case extensively. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm just shocked by this. This is a tragedy. It probably could have been prevented, but why did it happen? How did it happen? I was boots on the ground there at key locations, and I will continue to cover this case, the judicial proceedings with Christopher and his dad. Will his dad make bond? I mean, his dad got a pretty reasonable bond. Let's see. They have an expensive house, wondering if they put their house up and make bond. Christopher's not going to get any bond. I mean, he has $1 million bond, but it'll probably go up, and there's no way he'll post that. But the dad might be able to get out. What's your thoughts on that? We will talk soon. I am JLR. Investigate. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button. We will talk.
I will be talking with you later, my love, JLR. What y'all think? Y'all think the mother was involved? Oh, he has one here on apartments. He went to where Savannah and Matthew lived. Let's watch a little bit of that one. What's Nightbot doing? He been mean to you, Unc? How you doing, bro? I'm glad the holidays are over. Glad them holidays are over. Okay, one more, and then that'll be the last one, and we'll probably end it. Because I want to see these apartments where Savannah and Matthew lived. JLR was there, he gets all up in the business and gets it for us.
JLR investigates. Good morning, everyone. Savannah Soto case. I'm at the Valencia Loft Apartment, Leon Valley, just outside San Antonio. Let's talk about Savannah Soto. She was actually last seen here, December 22nd, around 2 p.m. That's the last time she was seen. Now, we've seen surveillance videos of a car engaging with a large pot-belly man in a truck. She technically was last seen here where she lived. And I wanted to show you the area so we can get a perspective of the area that she lived. And I'm at the Valencia Loft Apartment Complex. This is the Valencia Loft Apartment Complex. This is in Leon Valley, right outside San Antonio. The question is, something happened at her apartment. Got in the car with some people, person. What do you think?
How's the reception out here? Is the reception good out here? I'm going to actually spin the camera around. Let me know what the reception's like, and I'll just show you the area, because the person who did this could be from here. Good. Person who did this could be from here. The Lenzia Loft apartment complex. So we're surveying the area and seeing, you know, what this area looks like. The Lenzia Loft apartments. Lenzia Loft. See? We'll take you around. Is the person who is responsible that did this, do they live in the apartments complex, the same complex as Savannah? We still don't know who did this. I believe an arrest is coming. I believe an arrest is coming. She lived here. Valencia Loft apartment complex. It's a cloudy day in San Antonio. People are like, do you see a black truck? And that's also what I'm looking around for, a black truck in this parking lot. We'll go around the parking lot and we'll look. And, you know, this is for documentation purposes. I can kind of give you an understanding of the area. It's right behind looks like some sort of church. A church is right there. This is the main road coming in. What do you think?
If you're still here, thank you for what you've done. You know what you've done. Thank you.
Looking around for well, we don't know where the black truck is. There's a black truck up here. We don't know. We don't know. A Ford F-150 truck right here. What do you think? Is this the truck? What do you think? No? Look like the same truck. I don't. Cold out here. We're going to go around the whole parking lot. So stick with me, folks. What do you think? And there's a gate to go in and out, as you see. That's the gate to go in and out. She lived in this apartment complex. I'm not going to share where exactly she lived, just for privacy purposes. Oh, it's like a kind of a room. But let's go back. Let's go this way first, and then we'll end up going up. So I just see, so right now I see one black truck. Doubt if it's the same one, but let you guys decide if it is or not. Who do you think did this? It's a nice apartment complex. No, it's actually a nice, very, very nice apartment complex on here. Now, a lot of people are probably out working. Oh, yeah, it's a large complex. It goes all the way up there. I'm just going to take you to the front a minute, and then we'll spin around. Oh, look at this crime scene tape. What's this? What is this? What is this over here? Or is it crime scene tape? What is this? Interesting. What is this about? See, it's empty here. This might be construction or something. I don't know. Crime scene tape? Caution tape? Caution. What's going on here? What's going on? They're probably building. Everyone says the truck is long gone from now. Person responsible for this, do they live in this apartment complex? Are they from this apartment complex? No, it's not crime scene tape. It's caution tape. They're doing something with the pipes, it looks like. Whoever did this, do they live in the complex, or whoever's involved? Did they have interactions with her in the complex? In order to get in the complex, you have to be let in. It's like a gated community. And look, surveillance. Surveillance. So surveillance coming in and out. The authorities would know who's coming in and out of this facility, right? You would think. And in stores across the street, there got to be surveillance. There's surveillance right there. Surveillance. Going in and out. You have to go through the front gate. Anything thrown in the trash? You would think they would have a plate number to the vehicle, right? So keep feeding the information. Keep giving me your thoughts. But I'm showing you an area that you've probably not seen that is connected to this case, because this is the area where she was last seen, December 22nd at 2 p.m. The Valencia. See, it's interesting because I came through the Valencia side here, but here it says, "Welcome to Barcelona Lofts." But it all connects. So I'm going to just take you around. So this is the area where she was last seen. So there could have been some sort of interactions that she had here, or whatever this conspiracy or other people involved. It all could have started here at this location. Share this video out. I do believe an arrest is coming soon. We need a feel for the place. I mean, anyone can come in. The way I seen it, can be buzzed in, let in, maybe a visitor. There's a truck there. We'll go over here now. Now this goes up a steep hill. When I say Leon Valley, it's interesting because I came in on here from San Antonio, right off the 410, and it does look like this Leon Valley is in a valley. All right, so up here you can fork right or left. We'll go up here first. I saw rent here, maybe like rent like $1,500 a month or $1,100. What does anyone know the actual rent? The actual rent here, like $1,500 a month, something like that in that range. I mean, is the killer here? Is the killer from here? Whoever did this, do they live in this neighborhood? Would someone have came here, hung out in the apartments? The only thing that's bothering me right now is it's cold. That's it. It's cold. struggling to be 50 degrees. Share this video out, folks. We're seeing firsthand the area where Savannah Soto was last seen and where she lived, the apartment complex. The back got fenced too, barbed wire. Then also any type of evidence, has any evidence that came from here been thrown away or disposed of? I'm thinking garbage. December 22nd, 2 p.m., last seen in this area. So we're headed in the back, folks. Motorcycle. What do you think? This apartment complex is huge, folks. We're just going to go through the parking lot so you can just see the area. Thank you, Anon. Thank you for the support. So we've been to all key locations centered around this case. Boots on the ground, JLR investigates. Come on in. See, they call this place the Barcelona Lots. The Valencia is right over here. They call this one Barcelona Lots. But the Valencia is here. So it might be a combination. Somebody's coming around blaring their music. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Somebody coming around blaring their music. Thank you, Princess. What do you think? I can tell you it's cold out here, man. It's been freezing out here. They actually had rain last night, believe it or not. Yeah, rain. Dry cold. Rain at 50. Oof. Giving you a neighborhood perspective, folks. JLR investigates, boots on the ground. Valencia loft. This is the area where Savannah Soto lived and was last seen. December 22nd at 2 p.m. December 22nd at 2 p.m. I'm just giving you an overall view so you can see it for yourself, documentation. So this one has like a little, oh wow, they got a pool. They got a pool. Nice pool. Too cold to swim, but nice pool. See, and this is where, I think this is where you get into the Valencia, over here. There's that same truck coming through. That's the same truck. I gotta watch my back. All right, so we actually did a whole loop. We started out down there. We went all the way around the back, and we went back here. So this is this part. Now we're going to go into the second part. So we can see, I don't see any trucks. I don't see any trucks in here. Do you see any trucks? I don't see any trucks. I don't see any trucks. No trucks here. Only saw one. Now let's go up this way. We're touring the entire area. I'm sure detectives have come around this area and spoke to residents. I mean, this is where Savannah Soto was last seen. You would have to. See, now this one, you see, says Valencia Laws. Right here. Valencia Laws. See? So I think these are combination. This is one side, this is the other, but it's all connected. Because you can tell the pavement turns differently. These are still, and look at that truck. There's a truck there. That's a Dodge Ram. It's a Chevy. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. It's a Chevy. What do you think? Does anyone think it's not a Chevy, the truck they're looking for? Most people I've seen said Chevy, Chevy, Chevy. And I tend to, my opinion is it's just Chevy. Melissa says Silverado. To me, it looked like a Chevy. But here's the thing is, also, it's so easy to get in here. I mean, did someone follow them? Did someone follow them from this location? That's another theory, like they all left here. Maybe it was followed from this location. Yeah, a lot of people are commenting Chevy Silverado. Chevy Silverado. It says white Hyundai Elantra. That's interesting. White Hyundai Elantra. Well, there's a Chevy. Doesn't look like the same color. Now I feel pretty safe in this place here. All right, so this is the Barcelona. This is the Valencia right here. Now we're getting into the back parking lot where Savannah Soto lived. Back here. It's always good to get an understanding of these places, right? We've been seeing so much about this case. We want to know the exact locations, key locations, and this is one of them. I think this is an important piece of the puzzle. Doesn't look like someone can come in through the back here. This is definitely an important piece of the puzzle. Trying to figure this all out. All right, so you got a gate in the back. Here you go. Truck there. There's a truck right there. And a lot of parking spaces not filled up. People got jobs, obligations to do in the daytime. Some people work at night. Everyone's at work. Valencia. Well, so far I haven't seen people out and about. Like I saw a few people walking their dogs. We're scouting it out. Savannah Soto, last seen here, the Valencia Lofts. These are different. These are like little condo units, which I thought was different than these apartment complexes. These are like little uniquely shaped condos. They're probably still apartments, or maybe they're lofts. Like they advertise lofts. Townhomes. Yeah, townhomes. There's a Ford right there. There's a Ford truck. But now you know where Savannah Soto was last seen. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support. 99 pink balloons. College kids are off for the holidays as well. And Green tea, thank you. Oh, that goes far down there. How far that goes? Dude, I'm wondering, people throw things down there. Ooh. Valencia lost, folks. This is where Savannah Soto was last seen, December 22nd, 2 p.m. That's where it's advertised. That's what I saw. Started out around here. There's definitely cameras up front. We're gonna go up front. But see, here's what they have. I mean, they're saying all activities monitored by cameras. Look, all activities. All activities. So, all activities monitored. All activities monitored by camera. That's what they have. So, we'll go to the front. She most likely comes and goes out of this front entrance over here. Yeah, obviously they don't monitor all activities. That's a good question. That's a good point. If they monitored all activities, they would know what's up. So they tow enforce too. So. Just giving you a whole perspective of the apartment complex so you can see. So they have a pool here too. Little common area up front. Looks like they have a little pool area and a deck out here. Pool area, right? Pool area, deck, little cabana. This is the front. This is the front. Got a fitness center. Pool hours. So yeah, you got to go up a hill. If they say surveillance on here at all times, take you out to the main road. You gotta go through the gate to leave. See how the gate opens? Go outside the gate. Clubhouse. Clubhouse. This is the area where she was last seen. December 22nd, 2023. I mean, they're lucky they have security because a lot of times they apartment complex don't have security. Like where her car was found, they didn't have security there. As far as like a gated community, it's right next to a school. There's a school here too. And then you get your mail here, mail center. Yeah, they got it protected by, they got kind of like a fortress here, right? So this is where she lived, folks. They're staying. It's reported this is where she lived. And you can see it's like, it's literally in a valley because there's like a hill up there. This is called Leon Valley. I'll take you to the main road to show you. So if anyone is documenting key places in this case, you could use this video as reference. I think it's important to always come to these scenes. And it's still a mystery because we don't know who did this. Gives you an idea, units. Right next to a school. Between two schools. Oh, this is like a, this is like a preschool place for kids. So you have a school here and a school there. And then mashed in between is the Valencia. Huh, that's interesting, right? So her car was found a few miles from this location. Look, coming in, coming out. Look, see? Now, whether that works or not, I don't know, but they clearly see coming in and coming out. So those Leon Valley police, they know who's coming in and they know who's coming out, unless it doesn't work. On a busy road. Not only that, but there's so much, like way up there. I'm sure the traffic signals up there have surveillance, right? And then way up there, surveillance. It's all that. What was that about? Yeah, there is surveillance up on those. Look on the top of the, there's surveillance up there on those street lights there. So you have surveillance there. And I'm sure the main road up there that takes you to a 410 loop, I'm sure there's surveillance there. So they're going to have an idea and an understanding on who came in and who left. Law enforcement. You would think so, right? All right, so I'm signing off. I'm JLR Investigates. She was last seen here. Who did it? I believe that there will be an arrest soon. How many people are involved? What's going on here?
Well, okay, that's about all that. Yeah, that seemed like pretty nice apartments. Maybe where she was pregnant, the state might have helped her. I don't know. But that's all for tonight. I'm gonna get off here, and anybody finds new info on this or anything, and I'll be looking too, just let me know. Love y'all, thank y'all, and good night.